On the right, these are 4 dragons that would welcome us to Chinatown. They are more 1% for art, and this is our Chinatown. It came together in the 1880s as Chinese immigrants moved from out west to here to start a new life. It's home to mom and pop businesses. You can get Chinese food, Japanese food, Vietnamese food, Korean food. You can get hot pot, ramen, bubble tea, sushi. There's karaoke bars. They have a beer garden. Oh, please do not just go downstairs unless we are at a stop. And if we are approaching your stop, please get your seat until we pulled all the way into the stop. So anybody else planning to get off in Chinatown? Okay. They put up these flags here. These are meant to be quite festive. They do this every year at the 4th of July, and I forgot. I was like, oh, like they just appeared the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah. I have to remember to take a picture of this. Remind me. Okay. On the right-hand side is going to be the Chinese Friendship Gate, which was given to us by our sister city in China, Shenzhen, as part of a friendship exchange, in which we received the gate and they received a copy of the Liberty Bell. So Chinese artisans traveled to the city to put this together. It's not held together by any traditional hardware or pieces. It's basically like one big interlocking jigsaw puzzle, in which each piece is held together by its own weight. I do recognize that it is starting to rain, but there's 2 things that I'm going to say here. Number 1, we have limited seating downstairs, and there's no standing room. You have a seat, and that's it. So if there's no seats downstairs, then there's nothing we can really do about it. Everybody's going to stay put. We're coming to one of our big stops in just a couple minutes, the Reading Terminal stop. And you guys can get first dibs of the seats downstairs when we get up to that. Okay.
Where? Okay.
Alright, some recommendations I would make for Chinatown would include Sizzling Wok. They have really good Chinese food. Dim Sum Garden on Race Street is really good. There is Banana Leaf, which is a Malaysian place. It's actually coming up on the right-hand side. For sushi, I should also mention Bubblefish is a good spot. And then coming up on the right, that big building there, that is the Pennsylvania Convention Center. It actually takes up 3 city blocks, and it's the home to the annual Philadelphia Flower Show. And if you've never been to the flower show, I do recommend it. It's this huge horticultural festival that they do every year, and horticulturalists from around the country get together and they build these huge art installations out of flowers and plants. They've been doing it every year since the 1920s. It's actually been around since it surpassed its centennial at this point. The flower show has.
Dunkin Donuts.
I have been to it. My parents took me there when I was a kid, and if I enjoyed it as like a little child, then you know you're gonna enjoy it. Anyway, on the left-hand side is going to be Reading Terminal Market, which is one of our stops coming up, and I will let you guys know when we have arrived to those stops. So, we're all gonna stay in our seats until we get there. I say that because very often people just instinctively stand up when I say Reading Terminal. So I have learned over time that I have to be proactive. But anyway. So large market with about 80 different vendors of all different kinds. You can get like Cajun food, Asian food. You can get sandwiches, pizza, cheesesteaks. First, you get cheesesteaks. Little history on Reading Terminal Market started out as a street market in the late 19th century.
Starting to rain.
And merchants would sell their goods here on the corner. And then Reading Railroad showed up, and they decided they wanted to put their train here. But the merchants didn't want to leave, so they came up with a compromise where the train would operate upstairs and the market would operate downstairs. They coexisted in one big building for about a century until eventually the Reading Railroad closed its doors. But the market is still very much intact. So there's places to get like bakery, like baked goods, and like candy shops, and like soft pretzels, and just like snacking items, but then also you can absolutely get like a bite to eat here. So some places I would throw out would be Herschel's Deli, which is a really good Jewish deli. There's Dinex Roast Pork, which has become very well known for its roast pork sandwich. And there is Bassett's Ice Cream, the oldest commercially sold ice cream in America. I don't know if today is the day for it with the rain and everything, but might as well. It is very good ice cream. Miller's Twist, which is an Amish style soft pretzel. I should mention, the Amish stuff does close on Sundays. So if you want to get like some Amish stuff before you go, I would say try to plan around that. Just knowing that they are not there on Sundays. Also to Nick's, for some reason, also closes on Sundays. So fair warning about that.
Cool.
But yeah, this is the market. And then above there you can see that is where the train was.
Reading
Now they actually use that as part of the convention center.
Market.
So they have like a ballroom up there. And then all the way at the other end, that tall building, and you can kind of see that orange building, that is their headquarters. You can kind of see how it is all connected there. It's a really huge space, and they really fit a lot in there. It's like jam-packed with all these like different vendors and stuff. It's an interesting experience. Wow. I can see inside, and it is just like shoulder to shoulder. It's packed. It is packed. It is packed. Was anybody planning to hop off? Yes. So I think for letting you know. Even though we stop here anyway, I still like to get an idea of how we can get it off. So thank you.
Philadelphia, Seattle.
Yeah, a lot of people will stand out here and play music and wait for tips and stuff. Can't quite see who's playing, but that's what that is. On the left-hand side, you're going to see the Reading Terminal Market neon sign, which we get a good view of from up here. I'm going to count the seats. There's a lot of seats. Yeah, and then more people getting off. There's going to count people getting off, so yeah, I think we should be fine.